Let's be honest. If you're watching this, you've either got a date lined up or you're hoping to have one. You've been crushing it so far, showing up, looking sharp, saying the right things, maybe even making her laugh. Now, she trusts you enough to come over. Your place is no longer just yours. It's now part of your pitch. And if you're not careful, it might kill the vibe before the night even starts. Today, I'm your wingman, and I'll make sure your space doesn't turn you into a walking red flag. Design vision. Before you even worry about throwing pillows or playlist vibes, let's zoom out. This isn't just about prepping for one night, it's about upgrading your space so it works for you long-term and while you're dating. Your apartment should reflect who you are, not just where you crash. And trust me, design is communication. It tells her who you are without you even opening your mouth. Even if you're renting, there are simple, rental-friendly upgrades that make a huge impact. Swap out that overhead light with a standing lamp that gives off a warm, inviting glow. Use layered lighting, a combination of ambient lighting, task lighting, and accent lighting. A dimmer switch is a game changer for creating mood, and it allows you to adjust the light depending on the vibe of the evening. Paint your walls. Use peel and stick wallpaper, or frame a few prints. They add personality without leaving damage. Throw a rug on the floor. Not only does it pull the room together, but it also makes your space feel intentional and cozy. If you've only got one tiny mirror above the bathroom sink, add a full-length one. It makes your space feel larger and gives her a spot to check her fit. Floating shelves are a great call too. They let you store your stuff and casually show off your interests. And let's be real, if your main seating option is a foldable chair, it's time for a new one. You don't want her walking in and thinking, "Oh no, he lives like this." But we're just getting started. Next, we're going smaller, the tiny stuff that makes or breaks the night. Micro upgrades. Here's the thing, even the best designed apartment will crash and burn if it is messy and feels grimy. So let's talk about the stuff no one wants to talk about. Cleaning. I know, it's boring, but it's low effort, high impact, and your date will notice. Start in the kitchen. Clear your counters, clean your sink, and put away any plastic takeout containers or mystery utensils. Have real glassware, real plates, and a clean fridge. She might peek. Now the bathroom. This is where many dudes get exposed. Have more than one towel and make sure they're clean. Stock actual hand soap, not just a bottle of 3-in-1. A mini trash can shows you're not a caveman and she will appreciate you for it. And for the love of all things good, make sure there's enough toilet paper. Not just in the bathroom, but anywhere she might look. By this time, she's already interested in you and she will be curious and a little nosy. Always be prepared. Declutter your place. Vacuum, sweep, dust. Don't overdo it. You don't want it sterile, but do enough so she's not distracted by crusty dishes or random socks. A minimalist, clutter-free approach works wonders. You'd be shocked how many guys lose points in the bathroom. But let's say you've cleaned, you've set the vibe. What about roommates? No third wheels allowed. It's D-Day, and she's finally coming over. If you have roommates, cool. No judgment. But this is a shared space, not a surprise party. Give them a heads up ahead of time. Ideally, get the place to yourself for the night. Get rid of your roommate. No, not literally. Just ask them to go out or chill in their room. You don't want your date meeting your roommate in boxers walking to the fridge. That's not the vibe. Have you ever had a roommate totally ruin the moment or save the day? I need to hear those stories. Pay attention to the layout. If you need to move furniture around to create a more open and inviting space, be sure to ask your roommate first. A quick, "Hey, I'm rearranging the living room for a date tonight. Cool?" can save you from awkward situations later. When setting up your living room for a date, think about the seating arrangement. The best setup is one where both of you are seated comfortably, without distractions. Make sure there's enough space for easy conversation. A nice sectional or a well-placed sofa helps with flow. Make sure your coffee table is free of clutter, but still functional. It can be a statement piece too. Something sleek, like a minimalist metal or glass table, adds sophistication. With the space to yourselves, it's time to level up the most important room of all, your bedroom. Bed setup. If she ends up in your bedroom, congratulations. That means things went well. But you've got to be prepared. If you're lucky enough for her to enter your room, put your best foot forward. First, have a real bed. If you're still on that twin mattress on the floor, we've got bigger problems. A full or a queen-sized bed with a decent foam topper instantly elevates your space. Your sheets should be clean, soft, and have neutral colors. No superhero logos. Add a few pillows, not just one flat pancake you've had for 5 years. Bonus points for a textured throw blanket. It makes the bed look more styled without trying too hard. Keep things minimal, but tasteful. 1 or 2 framed prints or photos are great. If your idea of decor is a Call of Duty poster thumb tacked to the wall, it's time to leave that phase. Don't forget about the headboard. It's one of the most important design elements in a bedroom. Even if you're renting, you can add a stylish fabric or wooden headboard for a touch of class. Also, consider your nightstands, simple, clean, and functional, with a small lamp or 2, and maybe a piece of art or a book for extra style. By the way, any of you ever had a date who actually complimented your bedroom setup? Or was it a silent never again? I want to hear your wins and your horror stories. But if your place smells like gym socks, that's where it all ends. So let's fix that. Scent matters. Smell is one of the most powerful things that shapes a first impression. And unfortunately, most guys don't even think about it. It's underrated, yet unforgettable. You want your place to have a signature scent that's warm, clean, and a little sexy. Go for sandalwood, cedar, or something subtle with vanilla or musk. You don't need to spend big. Candles, reed diffusers, or essential oil setups are all fair game. Light a candle before she arrives, not 5 minutes before, or it'll smell like panic. Palo Santo sticks work too, as long as you don't overdo it and turn your place into a smokehouse. Light a candle an hour before she gets there. Spray your couch and bed with a fabric freshener if needed. And of course, take the trash out. If your place smells bad, none of the other effort matters. If it smells right, you're halfway there. But don't just sit in silence. Let's create a whole vibe, starting with what's on your screen. Chill with style. Alright, now that your place is on point, let's talk about what happens after the door closes. You might think, we'll just figure it out and see where the night goes. But trust me, don't let the evening turn into 20 minutes of awkward scrolling on Netflix. It's a mood killer. Pick a few movies or shows ahead of time. Keep it light, flirty, and not too serious. Something like La La Land, 500 Days of Summer, or Chef, Easygoing, with just enough of a vibe to keep the conversation flowing. You want to set the stage, not just sit there waiting for something to happen. And just in case the evening takes a detour, having a few go-to documentaries or nature specials lined up can do wonders. You know, something visually interesting, a little relaxing, and just the right amount of I'm cultured, but not trying too hard. Also, sprinkle in a few conversation starters around your place. A cool book, vinyl records, or an interesting piece of decor. It shows you've got depth and a life outside of the TV. And who knows, it might even spark some fun chats. But what about food and drinks? Let's make sure she's not secretly starving. Food and drink strategy. The way to a man's heart might be through his stomach, but when it comes to impressing a girl, it's pretty much the same deal. The best way to show you're a man of substance is by cooking something that actually tastes good. This also shows that you're thoughtful. Don't just grab takeout and call it a night. Cook something. It doesn't have to be Michelin level. A great pasta, homemade pizza, or a perfectly grilled steak. It's not about going overboard. It's about showing that you put in the effort. Trust me, it's way more impressive than just pulling out some soggy fries from a delivery bag. Presentation helps too. Plate it nicely. Opt for neutral coloured plates with an elegant, understated look to complement the atmosphere. Light a candle and maybe even add a little greenery. A simple plant or a small vase with fresh flowers can really elevate the vibe. Drinks are the other half. Have water, some soda, maybe a bottle of wine, and a few good mixes. If you can make one solid drink, like a simple whiskey sour or a spicy margarita, that's a power move. Snacks also help. Think popcorn, a small charcuterie board, or chips with guac. It's all about attention to detail. You've already got the atmosphere down. Now let your food and drinks be the cherry on top. You've fed her, she's comfy, she's vibing. Now let's tie it all together with something almost every guy forgets: the music. Vibe with music. Music might be the most powerful mood setter in the whole room. Don't hit shuffle on a random playlist. Make sure to take 10 minutes to make your own, or save one that fits the vibe. Lo-fi beats, chill R&B, acoustic covers, these all work great. Think artists like Frank Ocean, Daniel Caesar, Tom Misch, or Early the Weekend. Keep the volume low, let the vibe roll in the background, and avoid anything too aggressive or distracting. This isn't a club, it's your crib. Let the music reflect that. Also, invest in a solid speaker or sound system. A good Bluetooth speaker or a quality soundbar can make a huge difference in how the music feels in the room. A clean, sleek design for your speaker will keep it from clashing with your decor, while delivering better sound to set the perfect atmosphere. The right playlist makes the space feel intentional and intimate, and it keeps the energy flowing without awkward silence. Now you've got the mood, the meal, and the environment, everything she needs to feel good and get to know the real you. Successful date. Remember that cohesion is key. Your space should flow naturally from room to room, each area complementing the other. Choose a color scheme or a design theme that's consistent throughout. This can be achieved through simple elements like consistent fabrics, coordinated color palettes, or similar styles in furniture and decor. When everything feels balanced, it tells her you've got things together, making you even more attractive. You don't need a fancy penthouse to impress a woman. But what you do need is intention. Because when she steps inside and feels comfortable, safe, and intrigued, that's when you've already won. Show that you respect yourself, your space, and her time. That's what sets you apart. Keep it smooth, keep it real, and don't be that guy. Catch you in the next one.